right, let's keep that energy up. Let's hear it for these seniors. Jonathan Lopez, 2020-2021 Senior Class President. Please come forward.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony for Los Altos High School. I'm the Senior Class President, Jonathan Lopez. Audience, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the National Anthem. Men, please remove your hats and caps for the flag salute. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Hess, and I am the honored and proud principal of Los Altos High School. I now have the honor of introducing you to the leaders of the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District, and I continue to thank each of you for the opportunity to serve as the principal of this great school. I also need to thank all of you for your unwavering support in providing these graduation ceremonies for all of our high schools in this unpredictable year. The Board of Education, Mr. Jeffrey Delatorre, President. Ms. Christine H. Salazar, Clerk. Mr. Anthony Duarte, Member. And Dr. Joseph K. Chang and Ms. Stephanie Serrano regret they are unable to attend tonight, but send their congratulatory wishes to all of you. Our Superintendent, Dr. Alfonso Jimenez. And members of the Superintendent's Executive Cabinet, Dr. Judy A. Fancher, Assistant Superintendent, Curriculum Assessment Instruction, Pre-K 12. Members of the Superintendent's Executive Cabinet, or Extended Cabinet, Ms. Yvette Meneses, Executive Directors of High Schools. Dr. Gregory Buckner, Executive Director, Adult and Continuing Education. Mr. John Babbitt, Chief of Police and Safety. Dr. Helene Cunningham, Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment, TK-12. Ms. Teresa Figueres, Director of Child Development. Welcome and thank you to our distinguished guests, parents, families, and friends for joining us in the celebration of this year's graduating class. Tonight would also not be possible without our great admin staff, Mr. Danny Hong, Dr. Samuel Pena, Mr. Daniel Menares, School Office Manager, Mrs. Tina Baines, teaching staff, counselors, and support staff. Will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for serving our students and community, and tonight is a reflection of all the hard work you put in. World's greatest senior class and world's greatest Conqueror families. We're going to start this part of the ceremony a little different than normal, in that I want to begin with a moment of reflection, prayer, or thought for everything we have all gone through over the last 14 months. Please join me for a short moment at this time. Thank you. For the first time since March 13th, 2020, we are together as a family in one place. It may still be a little different than normal, but I'm so excited to see everyone here celebrating all of you, the class of 2021. Seniors, look around you. Look at all the love embracing you here today, something you haven't seen in a long time. Since that date, on March 13th, you have faced one of the toughest, most confusing, most controversial times of your lives. And during this time, you have felt loss in so many ways. Loss of loved ones, loss of school, loss of seeing your friends, loss of special events. But through that loss, you have had to redefine your lives in so many ways. You learned how to learn differently, communicate differently, love differently. Much of what I just mentioned has helped you grow. You see, it is always important to look at the positive and not dwell on the past. As the world changed, so did you, in so many amazing ways. Many of you now know how to live in a futuristic world that had left many of us old people technologically behind. Many of you have strengthened bonds with friends and family that are closer than ever. You have come to a point where you now cherish and respect the small things you may have taken for granted in the past. I challenge you to not look at the past 14 months as a negative time. Look at it now as a triumph. Be proud that you made it. We made it. And the future looks brighter than ever before. One of the biggest jobs we have at Los Altos High School is to educate you to prepare you for college, career, and the next steps in your lives. But we are also here to help your parents turn you into good people who leave Los Altos with the school values in heart: honesty, excellence, achievement, respect, and teamwork. We want you to be the best citizens of this world, and that is about the person you are and the person you strive to be in the future. You matter, you are loved, and you are the greatest ambassadors of our future. Conquerors continue to conquer, and all of you will see success you haven't even dreamed of yet. I truly believe that for each and every one of you. One of the other special parts of Los Altos that makes LA so special and a destination school for so many is the amazing culture we have here. That culture is not limited to just you, the students. It's from the entire community of family and friends. So right now, seniors, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. In a second, I'm going to ask you to stand up, face your supporters here today in the crowd, and give them the loudest, sincerest, and strongest ovation and cheers you have ever given. Are you guys ready? Can you guys do that? Let's go. Stand up and let them hear it. You may be seated. Thank you. That was great. On behalf of our entire staff and community, I cannot thank you enough for the dedication and passion you have put into the school over the past 4 years. You have meant so much to the entire Concord community in so many ways that will exist in Los Altos history for eternity. Becoming a Los Altos alumni is something very special because of how powerful being a Conqueror will always be. We are so proud of all of you and cannot wait to hear about all of your future endeavors. Today is a celebration of you. And remember, once a conqueror, always a conqueror. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Anna Maria Della Torre, ASB President, for her address.
Thank you, Mr. Hess. Good evening, School Board President Jeffrey Della Torre, school board members, Superintendent Dr. Alfonso Jimenez and Cabinet, administrators, faculty, family, friends, and of course, my fellow 2021 graduates. My name is Ana Maria de la Torre, your ASB president, and I am honored to be speaking in front of all of you here today. From our first steps through the main entrance to our last steps off the stadium today, our journey has been a long one. 20,736,000 seconds to be exact. Now, although we've spent these 20,736,000 seconds together, it feels like it all went by in one instant. Now, in our current circumstances, we tend to think of the things we lost, the time we lost. But when we look back onto these memories 10 years from now, or even 10 hours from now, we have to appreciate the time we were able to share. See, these seconds, these minutes, these hours, that's what makes up this place in our mind we call high school. We should reflect on those first anxiety-ridden hours we all spent as freshmen on our first day of school back in 2017, where no one had any idea what to expect. We should remember those awkward 30 seconds it took for us to build up the courage to go back through the lunch line to grab a spork. We should relive those thrilling 5 minutes of participating in our first Conquer Crazy section and not knowing the chants, so we would just yell randomly along while Tokyo Drift blasted in the background. We should reminisce on that energized hour we had in our up-themed homecoming rally where we came together and recognized our differences. And we should cherish those golden 3 minutes we spent screaming in unison at last year's Clash of the Classes rally where we all encouraged Miss Monty to keep dancing. Now, these recollections weren't all ideal, but we have to embrace those imperfect moments as well. There were instances where we wished we could just press pause and press rewind on life. We have to recall on those uncomfortable moments where we felt failure, pain, injustices, and loss. On those moments of shock and disbelief after learning that a beloved faculty member, a treasured classmate, or a loving family member passed away. No matter how many times we wish that we could go back into time, we conclude that the clock continues to tick and the dial continues to spin. But in order to truly appreciate the light, we must experience the darkness. After all, it was both the good and the bad times that led us to this collection of stories and memories that made up high school. From lifelong partners that have stuck with us through thick and thin, to those friends we haven't talked to since the 9th grade, to those fellow teammates who shared the agony of defeat and the thrill of victory, to those fellow performers who would treat you out to Denny's after a show, to those close bandmates who trudged through those 5 a.m. wake-up calls to rehearse for a competition. We thank you. See, these people have made an impact on your life and assisted you in navigating the complexities of adolescence. We acknowledge and thank our families who have supported us along our journey. For me, I thank my mom, dad, and abuelita for their constant encouragement and unconditional support that granted me the insight to make the most of my school experiences and make them meaningful. I thank my educators from pre-K to today, including Miss Lee, my 3rd grade teacher, for exposing me to moments that sparked my curiosity and motivated me to think for myself. We thank our counselors, our teachers, and our administrators at Los Altos, who are willing to show their support in the most drastic ways, especially through this virtual divide, even by growing a beard in the spirit of a countdown until our school is reunited once again. Thank you, Mr. Hess. I thank Mr. Reeder for fostering my growth as a leader, and I thank my entire ASB for sticking by my side every single day throughout a year that no one foresaw, and yet continue to give their best effort at promoting school spirit and a united student body. So look, it's been all of these things, the time, the memories, the events, the people, that have helped you discover the person you are today. Your time here at Los Altos is only 20,736,000 seconds, but the lessons you've learned and the people you've met will resonate with you for a lifetime. I believe that high school expert Ferris Bueller said it best. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So after we leave here today, we take our last steps on campus as a student and our first steps as an alumni, and we go our separate ways in life. Just make sure to live every second of it. Thank you. Please welcome Ariel Otek, Renaissance President, as our next speaker.
Thank you, Anna. Good evening, families, teachers, Mr. Hess, administration, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. My name is Ariel Otek, and I'm honored to be your Renaissance president this school year. For those who are unfamiliar with Renaissance, it is one of the 3 leadership groups on our campus. We focus on presenting our Conquer family with recognitions for their achievements, no matter how big or how small they are. After a year and a half of distance learning, we still managed to make the most of our 4 years of high school. We might have been stuck between, I'm proud of myself, and I have to push myself a little harder. But seniors, this is your time to shine, and congratulate yourself on all of your achievements. Going into high school, we hope to create everlasting memories and learn lessons that will stick with us forever. I remember counting the days until I finally became a senior. To finally drive to school, to finally go to prom, and to finally walk this stage and be proud of all of my accomplishments. Although our senior year did not turn out as we expected, there has been a great deal of positives during this time. Distance learning opened up opportunities and allowed us to take on new challenges and hobbies, like our very own Monica Ochoa, who was able to open up and expand her own thriving macaron business. The time we were given allowed us to spend quality time with our family and actually get along with our siblings. But the most important thing this time has given us was a chance to prioritize our mental health and self-care. Let's take a moment to recognize a few outstanding groups on our campus that definitely deserve a shout out. To our choir students who were able to put on a virtual and drive-in concert to share their amazing voices to their families and friends. To the speech and debate team for taking home first place in the OCDL spring tournament. To each sport that was able to compete during this school year, your hard work and dedication shown on and off the court or field. To our Conquer family, we were still able to come together and raise nearly $3,000 for our cherished counselor, Miss Mary Mallon, and the PIH Breast Health Center during Renaissance's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Each of these groups and more have been able to persevere through this hard time and continue to do what they love while supporting our community. I would also like to take this time to thank our teachers for putting in their best effort through distance learning and engaging their students to continue their education from home. Thank you to the office staff for keeping our teachers and students organized. Thank you to our administration for always caring about the well-being of each student. Thank you to Mr. Hess for your devotion to our school. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. The whole community appreciates each and every one of you. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some people who have helped shape me. To my grandparents, thank you for prioritizing my academics and supporting all of my decisions. To my sisters, Chanel and Kayla, thank you for being the best older sisters and a mother figure when I needed it. To my little brother, thank you for all the laughs and always lending a helping hand. To my Renaissance Eagles, your passion for this group has allowed us to continue our mission this past year. To Mr. Reader, thank you for passing down all of your wisdom to me these past 4 years. To Monty, thank you for pushing me past my limits and providing a safe space for everyone that walked through your door. You will forever be in our hearts. To Noah Gonzalez, you are a phenomenal leader, and I am thankful to have you as my Renaissance VP. I greatly appreciate all the lessons these people have taught me and will utilize them throughout my future at California State University, Long Beach. Seniors, as we celebrate our accomplishments, make sure to recognize and thank the unique individuals that have helped grow you into the people you are today. As we move forward into our next chapter, take advantage of all opportunities to sharpen your skills and pursue your dreams. And remember, once a conqueror, always a conqueror. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
Thank you, Anna Maria and Ariel, for those great words and for your service to Los Altos High School. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to announce some of our special recognitions for tonight. We have 5 retirees we would like to recognize. Christina Baines, our office manager. Patty Higgins, a counselor and former teacher. Ray Shay Chen, our Chinese teacher. Larry Ruggles and Richie Rios, longtime custodians at Los Altos. And they're all retiring this year. Thank you all for your many years of dedication to this school, this community, and the Conquer family for so many years. We appreciate everything you have done and have given to Los Altos for so long. Good luck and have fun in your retirements. With us today, we will also have 36 guests as part of the 12th Annual Teacher Honor Guard over the 3 ceremonies. They were personally invited by Los Altos seniors to participate in the graduation ceremony because of their positive impact on our students. Teacher Honor Guard, please stand so that we can acknowledge your commitment to our graduating class of 2021. Thank you. Members of the class of 2021 were invited to compete for this evening's speaking position. The following student has been selected by a panel of teachers and administrators to speak on behalf of the class of 2021. Let me now introduce Alyssa Varela.
Thank you, Mr. Hess. Good evening, school board members, administrators, faculty, friends, family, and most of all, the class of 2021. I am Alyssa Varela, and I'm honored to be here speaking to all of you tonight. Graduates, our class is one of a kind for 2 reasons. 1, we are the best looking class that the school has ever seen. And 2, we've had to experience our entire senior year behind a screen. In the midst of our junior year, our entire lives were flipped upside down by this global pandemic. It has been a year of virtual events and accidental unmutings in Zoom. But instead of focusing on the year we should have had, I want to reflect on the 2.5 years we did have. I remember walking onto campus my freshman year, being told that these 4 years would be the best 4 years of our lives, but that they would also be the fastest. We are all guilty of counting down the days until we would be freed from the screaming school bells, the 11:59 p.m. due dates, and the restless finals weeks. Unbeknownst to us, 4 years later, we would be hanging on to the memories of the loud student section at rivalry games, the sweaty school dances, but most of all, we would be hanging on to the friends we made and the lessons that were taught to us. Seniors, we have worked so incredibly hard to have this exact moment, sitting right here on this field like the classes before us. And I know I speak for the faculty here when I say we are beyond proud of you. The culture on this campus is amazing. From Hess getting slimed at our end of the year rally to Ackerman dressing up as a leprechaun. These are the moments that will never be forgotten. These are the moments that will occupy space in our hearts forever. This past summer, we lost a very prominent member of our family, Ms. Montgomery, or Monty, as so many of us affectionately called her. Monty was a catalyst for change and a social justice warrior. She was loud, outspoken, and had that motherly tough love for every single one of her students. I had the privilege of having one final private conversation with her just before our school shut down. In this conversation, I told her how much I was struggling, that I felt isolated, unmotivated, and most of all, I felt overwhelmed. Man, I really did not know what was about to come and how soon everyone would be feeling exactly the same. I was preparing for that motherly tough love and braced myself for a reality check. But Monty took my hand, looked me in the eyes, and said, "You can do this. I know you can, and I love you." I instantly started sobbing, so she got up, gave me a hug, and stroked my hair, admitting to me, "I don't know what I'm going to do when my class of 2021 leaves." And I jokingly replied, "I'm not sure what we are going to do without you." Not a day goes by that I don't wake up and remember that conversation. If I have one piece of advice for all of you as we move forward to the next stage in our lives, it would be to strive to be the light for others that Monty was for us. Be outspoken and stand up for what you believe in. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and show passion. These are simply the things that connect us to each other. Class of 2021, I leave you with the same words Monty left me with. We can do it. I know we can. And I have so much love for all of you. Congratulations, seniors. Once a conqueror, always a conqueror. Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa. We will now have a vocal selection by Gabriel Alex Juarez, Nathan Pelayo, and Christian Sanchez. They will sing "Time of Your Life" by Green Day.
All right, hello everyone. Yeah. it's been an interesting year. Well, we made it. We made it to the very end, and there's some technical difficulties every once in a while when you go through life, but you just gotta roll with it. Gotta roll with the punches, So, I want to thank everyone here for making these last 4 years. Some of you, I've known you for way longer. I know my friends here would agree for making these last 4 years really special. I know I've had a lot of good laughs with a lot of you, a lot of good memories. And while I can't quite well see you right now because I'm not wearing my glasses, it's quite a lot to take in, as Anna Marie was saying. Just gotta take a look around every once in a while and enjoy it. Thank you.
So while they're trying to figure that out so we can play it a little later, I'm going to do a couple more announcements. So we have 70 seniors qualifying for Golden State Seal Merit. These are students that receive a high school diploma and earned a proficient or advanced score on the California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress. These students are noted in the graduation program near their name with a special symbol. Students showing academic excellence can be honored in 4 different ways. A student can be a member of CSF as a high honors member or a life member. They can also be recognized as a 4-year school scholar with a 3.5 to 3.79 GPA, or a 4-year district scholar with a 3.8 and above GPA. These students are also noted in the graduation program with a special symbol near their name, and they will be recognized with distinction as their name is read during the diploma presentations. At this time, can I have any military service members and former members in the audience please stand? Please remain standing. At this time, I will read the names of our students joining the military. The following students will be serving our country through a military program. Please stand when I say your name. Alex Ortega, Coast Guard. Fabian Perez, Navy. Julian Sanchez, Marines. Thank you for your dedication to protecting our great country. Students on stage, you guys can please go join your classmates at this time. There you go. The following students have distinguished themselves among their peers as being the top academic students for the class of 2021 at this ceremony. Please stand as your name is called in alphabetical order with the College of Attendance. These students also received a certificate with their grad bag along with a lawn sign they will be getting for this high honor. Justin DeHaas, Arizona State University. Ana Maria De La Torre, UCLA. Ernesto Flores, UC Berkeley. Jade Hermosillo, University of Pennsylvania. Christina Liao, New York University. And Ariana Villagrana Espinosa, Cal Poly Pomona. Please join me in applauding these great scholars. And it sounds like we might be close. Okay, we'll wing it again. Seniors, please stand up and turn around and face the chairs behind you. Many of you have seen our 2 chairs in the center of the field just behind our graduating class. The class of 2021 lost a great part of their Conqueror family much too soon. Rena Sawerski was a funny, charismatic, and loving friend to many in this graduating class, and we felt it was appropriate to leave a seat for her at graduation. Rena will always be with you, class of 2021, and she is here with you today as well. Congratulations on your graduation, Rena. We all love you and miss you very much. The class of 2021, along with classes going back to the class of 2004, and the faculty at Los Altos High School also lost a great teacher and friend this past year. Shalom Montgomery and I started together, and since that day, she was a great force here at Los Altos High School for so many years, and this loss was also deeply felt. We will miss you, our friend, but your legacy will live on forever here at Los Altos as we create a strength and wellness center here in your room called Monty's Corner. Thank you. You may be seated. And now we're going to try this song again.
Sorry about that, folks. All right, so to Monty, to Rena, to my good friends, and to my fellow classmates, and my teachers, and to the parents, this song is dedicated to you. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and destiny on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. That was amazing. Would the graduates please stand? Mr. Delatorre, please make your way to the podium. Board President, Mr. Jeffrey Delatorre, members of the Board of Education, and Superintendent Dr. Alfonso Jimenez. As principal of Los Altos High School, I verify the seniors before you have met the graduation requirements as set forth by the State of California and the Board of Education of the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations. As president of the Board of Education of the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District, I hereby confer upon them their high school diploma as graduates of Los Altos High School, class of 2021. Congratulations. Felicidades, padres. All right, Conquerors, go conquer the world.
Class of 2021, if you're seated in the rows after 1 and 2, please be seated. Will the first 2 rows of each section please stand, keep a 6-foot distance between you and others, and make your way to the stage. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, we and the class of 2021 request that you refrain from distractions or shouting out individual names during the presentation so that all families can experience the awarding of their students' diplomas. We will now begin the presentation of diplomas for the class of 2021.
Jonathan E. Acosta. Christina Liao. Benjamin Aguilar. Marcus I. Lizarraga. Melanie Arcega. Audrey Marie Lopez. Rosalinda Arias. Selena Leticia Lopez. Rafael Cortez Arredondo, School Scholar. Jonathan Angel Lopez. Jamila Janet Atshan. Ashley Karina Lua. Saul Noe Avina Munoz. Leanne Luck. Sergio Barcenas. Mario Lucero Banuelos. Jose Abacera. Shawan F. Mansour. Santiago Buritrago Estrada. Lisbeth Nicole Marone. Jasmine Elaine Cabrera. Adrian N. Martinez. Christopher Anthony Castillo. Gianna Martinez. Dylan Anthony Castro. Aaliyah Sofia Mata. Rianne Hazel Castorita Juarez. Alejandra Guadalupe Medina. Christian Cavadillas, District Scholar. Marissa Monique Medina. Mia Ceja, School Scholar. Destiny M. Melendez. Eric Chavez. Jocelyn Andrea Mendoza. Jocelyn Chavez, District Scholar. Ricardo Miono. Michaela Brittany Chavez. Ethan Mercado. Natalie Giselle Contreras. Melena Isabella Mercado. Kylie Madison Coda. Isaac Ezra Montiel. Gianna Felicia Dalmacio, School Scholar. Avelina Alyssa Morales Hunt. Justin Alexander Dejas, School Scholar. Manuel Moreno. Ana Maria de la Torre, District Scholar. Matthew Moreno. Danielle Kate de la Torre. Jared M. Muniz, District Scholar. Gabriel Diaz, School Scholar. Viviana Munoz. Mia Alyssa Dominguez. Monica Lizette Ochoa, School Scholar. Skylar Leanne Duran, School Scholar.
Michelle Alexa Roscoe.
Ariana Elsa Felix.
Alexander Jacinto Ortega.
Zara Fies, School Scholar.
Ariel Otek, School Scholar.
Ernesto S. Flores, District Scholar.
Luis D. Paredes.
Carolina M. Garcia.
Oscar Eduardo Pena, School Scholar.
Giovanni A. Garcia.
Alberto Edwin Perez.
Jacqueline Garcia.
Fabian H. Perez.
Jessica Kristen Garcia.
Raul J. Ramirez.
Scarlett Z. Garcia.
Joseph Raul Rangel.
Justin Gaitan.
Alyssa Renee Rincon.
Naomi Inez Gaitan.
Mariah Ashley Rincon.
Haley Rose Godinez.
Casey Donovan Robledo.
Marissa Louise Gomez.
David Giovanni Robles.
Noah Michael Gonzalez, School Scholar.
Alex Rodriguez.
Anna M. Gonzalez Exler.
Samantha Elise Rodriguez.
Axel Isaiah Gonzalez.
Jesse Rojas.
Jessica Michelle Gonzalez.
Belle Salazar, School Scholar.
Justin Gonzalez.
Julian Sanchez.
Sydney Marie Granados, School Scholar.
Daniel Joseph Santos, School Scholar.
Richard I. Guerrero.
Leslie Esther Santos.
Daniela Gutierrez.
Brandon Shee.
Yulia Isabella Gutierrez.
Adrian Soto.
Garrett Haggerty.
Lauren Nicole Stratton, School Scholar.
Reagan Lauren Haggerty.
Aaron Sue, School Scholar.
Mia Isabella Heredia.
Anthony Kai Tarin.
Jade Kayla Hermosillo.
Jonathan Angel Thierry.
Angel Julian Hernandez.
Jordan Eduardo Tovar.
Jessica Joanna Hernandez.
Darian Michael Urrutia.
Priscilla Hernandez.
Jose Manuel Valdez.
Samantha Mariela Hernandez.
Alyssa Marie Varela.
Andrew David Herrera.
Daniel Olagio Vasquez.
Maria Teresa Herrera.
Pamela Yvette Vasquez.
Jacqueline Jade Ho.
Ariana Villagrana Espinosa, District Scholar.
Dominic Ricardo Huerta, School Scholar.
Deshaun Michael Wellmaker.
Ashley Melody Jamarillo.
Jada Emily Wong, District Scholar.
Maya J. Jimenez, School Scholar.
Amelia Ibarra Velacres.
Harrigan Joth Kuror, School Scholar.
Jolynn Young, School Scholar.
Gwyneth Jacqueline Kingman, School Scholar.
Jolene K. Zavalza.
Justin Saman Kwok, School Scholar.
Kelly Gao Zeng, School Scholar.
Christian Julian Leal.
Alejandra Zuniga.
Devin Walker Lewis, School Scholar.
Can we invite our speakers back up to the stage? And let's give them one more round of applause. As the students are settling back into their seats, a quick announcement about the procedures for exiting the stadium. We need all guests in the stands to remain seated at the end of the ceremony. Students will exit the stadium first and will be exited by rows out to the parking lots. We will then exit the stands on each side by section. Please wait for the announcement for your section to leave. And we thank you for your help in following all the protocols we have today.
Will the class of 2021 please rise for the playing of the alma mater?
Anna Maria and Ariel, please join Jonathan for the changing of the tassels.
Class of 2021, please move your tassels from right to left.
Yeah, let's hear it. So before these seniors do the loudest and best conquer chant they've ever done, and you guys better bring it, I have the honor of saying, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the 61st graduating class of Los Altos High School. Congratulations, seniors.
We did it, guys. All right, you guys ready? I need to hear some energy before we do this last Concord chant. Are you ready? One more time, are you ready? All right, give me a C. C-O-N. Q.
I seem crazy.